Imperial Assault fans, we are live with a nice Sunday morning game for you. This is the European League. I was invited by Morpho, who is a Spanish player who's very good. Um, the purpose of this league is to prepare for upcoming regional tournaments and worlds. It's not necessarily a league that's super competitive, although there are a lot of really good players. Um, so uh, the rules of the league are every week you can pick whatever list you want. This is going to give us a lot more flexibility for preparing for future tournaments because unlike other leagues, um, we're not locked into one specific list for the whole several weeks. This week I'm going to be trying out the mercenary droid faction. With elite Jawas, you can pull in 3 droids from other factions. And so you kind of have this uh, kind of like a fourth faction here in mercenaries. I've pulled 3PO and elite sentry droids into mercenaries, which gives me really just 2 big attacker groups between IG-88 and the elite sentries. And then I've also used temporary alliance to bring Gideon and Hera. So I think it's a pretty interesting list. I know some other people have had some success with this list. We'll see how I can do with it. I've never tried it before, so. We are on Concealed Treasures on Mos Eisley Back Alleys, which means this is the mission where you pick up the crates and they're worth 4 points if you can bring them back to your deployment zone. I feel like this mercenary droid list isn't going to be real good at running objectives. I have Greedo who can do it, but I don't think Greedo wants to be going for objectives, to be honest. The Jawa, I guess, could go for objectives. Jawas do have, let's see, they do have 4 speed. Greedo has 5 speed. Yeah, I don't really have many objective runners. I think this list is more like a sit back, take some sniper shots. I'm not sure how other people are playing it. I'm gonna try to give it my own unique style per se. Let's roll for initiative here. So I get Oh, I have devious. I assume he has devious also. Yeah. So our devious schemes cancel each other out. I think I'll take the top side. Both sides are pretty even on this map. The top side I think has better lines of sight through this bottom hallway if you want them, which I think is really good. The top, you can keep guys back here, but you don't really get the same, because of this blocking terrain, you don't really get the same line of sight into your opponent's deployment zone. So I'm going to go with the top side. I've tried to rearrange these score panels a little better for the stream. I put them in the top right and bottom left. The default is they're really spread out. Welcome everybody who just joined the stream, by the way. So I don't think I'm gonna open my doors. I think I'm gonna try to hold this area here. This row is actually pretty defensible, and then I'll just try to shoot this way. I don't want my opponent getting the crates in the middle. He'll probably get the crate here. If he does decide to go for this crate, I'll probably open the door and try to pick him off, but this, I can't really do anything about this one. He's running hired guns, which means he's going to be really good at running objectives. I really don't want him to have access to these two crates or these two crates. So that's why I'm positioning my guys like this. The Jawa is probably just going to hang on to the terminal for now. We got a lot of good players in the room. Got Morpho here. We got Lucius, a couple players that I've played with recently. Uh, so if you're playing Vassal, apparently there's a problem with this map. There's supposed to be 2 extra crates in the middle. So just keep that in mind. Okay, let's take a look at his list, by the way. It's pretty similar to mine. He's running Vinto and Weakways instead of the Elite Sentries and Hera. He's also running, like I said, hired guns. And he has Black Market. So he's going to have a little bit more command card control, which is fine. I think Devious is probably better than Black Market. I've chosen to run Devious. Of course, it didn't really work out for me here because we had to roll for initiative and I got it. So he gets the last activation of this round and the first of the next round. He's also running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're both running 7 activations and Devious. That seems to be kind of the standard for mercenaries. I haven't seen too many 8 activation mercenary lists, but I think 7 with Devious is definitely a sweet spot. It's kind of hard to put together a strong 8 activation list because you really need at least 2 big groups. I have IG-88 and Sentries. He has IG-88 and Weakways. Weakways aren't a huge group, but there's you definitely want to run IG-88. I guess you could put together an 8 activation list without him, but you're not maximizing that last activation if you don't have a huge group like IG. So yeah, you can do it. I'm not sure if there's a point. You could switch IG-88 for something like Shyla. She's pretty decent with the last activation of a round, but I think IG kind of outclasses her. That's what she's a really good figure. Shyla was in the list that won Worlds this past year, last May. She was also in my list that got 3rd at Worlds, so she's pretty good, but I guess she's just outdated now. So he's kind of doing the same thing as me. He's lining up his Weakways and his IG-88 to shoot into the middle of the map. Neither of us wants our opponent to get access to all these crates. So let's go ahead and shuffle our decks and draw. Let me ask him if he's watching the stream. I'm not sure if he's watching or not, so I'm gonna be cautious with showing my hand to him. Uh, I assume that means that I can do it, so I'm just gonna go for it. So planning's really good to start with. I also start with take initiative, which is amazing, and shared experience is good also. So some very strong cards here for me. Which means since I have shared experience, that means I can focus Greedo instead of one of my sentries because I can get focus with shared experience. So Greedo's a really good focus target also. With Hera, I can play planning and moved. Hera, her. Oh, so you know, I didn't do Hera's move. Uh, you know, I totally forgot about it. All right, so I'm gonna move these guys down like this. All right, so these guys actually are in somewhat danger. Vic could actually move his pirates up and get line of sight, but they wouldn't be hidden shots. And they would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 range. And IG gets a block and an evade from 3PO, so I really don't think he's going to go for that. It's my turn, I guess, so I'm gonna go ahead with Hera. And play planning. Planning is a pretty good card to negate, although it's kind of a toss up. You don't want to reveal that you have negation too early, but at the same time, if you negate planning, you're getting rid of 2 command cards for the price of 1, and those 2 could be really good. So, yeah, it's kind of like um it's a toss up because if you reveal negation, then your opponent doesn't have to worry about having their take initiative negated. So I have take initiative, but he might draw negation, so I'm not going to play too aggressively with it. Just putting Hera here so she can give her call the shots to the people. I'm going to try to position 3PO to give some evades. So like I said, since I have shared experience, I can focus a sentry with that, so I don't have to worry about focusing with 3PO, so I can focus Greedo instead, which is what I'm doing now. So I'm gonna try to make a little box over here. These two spots are not safe, although with his positioning they're pretty safe. So my goal is to control this bottom hallway. At the end of the round when this door opens, I'm going to try to avoid this main force of his and focus on killing this little force. If I can take out his support units and his objective runners without losing too much, I should be in pretty good shape. Uh, all his damage dealers are up here. Did I? Alright, so push targets for me, I could push IG-88 up. I kind of want to do that because with 2 movement, IG-88 can get into a lot of good spots from here. Especially he could bounce up and back to get some decent shots off. Or he can bounce up twice to get shots to down here. Um, or I could push Greedo up. Greedo from here can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which makes it really dangerous for him to open his door. I kind of want to save my options for later. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus, or I'm gonna activate my Elite Jawa, who's just gonna move uh, to here, I think, and get my terminal. Okay, so what I'm doing, I want to put him in a spot where he can go for objectives next round, and this is also going to tempt Vic to move his attackers up to go for the Jawa. I'm totally willing to trade this Jawa to split his forces up. So if he even commits 2 weak ways to this top lane, that is a victory in my opinion. So I really would like him to do that. He's probably going to move them up and hide like here. He might he might hide them here. I'm not sure. We'll see. So his Gideon pushed a hired gun up. He's definitely gonna go for objectives with these hired guns. This one's just gonna open the back one's gonna open the door. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3, open the door, and hide here. The front one's gonna go 1, 2, 3, grab probably this middle crate, 4, 5. So I'm not gonna be able to get to either of them to be honest. What I should probably do is push my guys up really aggressively, and then next round when the door opens, I will uh, try to get some double taps off maybe with my sentries. It really depends what he does with his attackers because I don't want to put my sentries in a vulnerable spot too early. But on the other hand, he is going to score some points here. So I'm really hoping he moves his weak way pirates up to the north. I could also play aggressively with IG-88. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, get 1 attack off, 5, 6, 7. So if I push IG-88, I can probably pick off this guy and still retreat to safety. So I'm probably going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me draw some line of sights. 6, 7. So I could get line of sight and retreat even if I don't push him up. But if I do push him up, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and be completely safe. If I push Greedo up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Greedo could get a shot off also. I do have Element of Surprise. I would like to use that against 3PO. I think it's fine leaving Greedo in a vulnerable spot because he does get that he gets that parting blow, which I could use to maybe kill 3PO. Although I wouldn't be able to use Element of Surprise with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. I think I should probably push up Greedo because IG-88 can still get some work done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, this Sentry's gonna get focused. You can press Control 4 and 5 for beneficial conditions if you are a shortcuts type of guy. You can press Control 1, 2, and 3 to add up to 3 different negative conditions. And you can press Control 6 and 7, I think, to add power tokens now. I think Control 8 adds this little crate icon. So yeah, if you want to add different conditions and stuff to your figures, that's how you do it. Or you can just right click them and that's an easy way too. So his hired guns are looking pretty vulnerable right now. I could probably kill both of them. I mean, they're only 2 points apiece, but hired guns are really good this map, so I do kind of want to get them off the board. This one is, if I kill it, it's really trading me 6 points, although the crate drops in his spot, so it's not like he's not going to score that crate. But it will get him to waste some actions. His Greedo's focused too, so I gotta watch out for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His Greedo could come shoot at my Greedo. His Vinto might come shoot at my Greedo. Vinto is not a great he's not a great attacker against 3PO's distracting. He really needs his surges, and if he does come attack Greedo right now, so he's actually going to run objectives with Vinto. I actually am not concerned about that at all, to be honest. Alright, so now I gotta make some choices. I have Greedo left, and I have my Sentries. I think my Sentries aren't gonna actually get much done at the end of this round. I think the right play might be to activate IG-88 now, maybe. So, Leighton here trying to end my turn. Yeah, I think I'll activate IG-88. I mean, it does remove the threat of IG-88 coming up. But I still have the threat of the sentries, so it's okay. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and shoot at uh, so Morpho is telling me that my Twitch is delayed. If anyone is a Twitch expert, I'm not sure how to adjust that. Let me. Uh, I'm not sure how to work that. So. Oh. Morpheo is just concerned that Vic can see my cards, but it's fine. Alright, so Control R to show who you're shooting at, Control T to show who's shooting. Uh, 4 range. I'm guaranteed to hit with green, green, red. I think. I haven't played against hired guns too much. So, you know, once I do this, the crate's going to drop. He might use Greedo to retrieve the crate and go score it. If he does that, I'm actually fine with that. I want Greedo to be wasting actions on things like that. So the hired guns can't roll dodges, so that one's canceled. So he should be dead. Yeah, they do get the parting shot. 4 range. Their range is actually really bad. So he don't think he hits on range. They have surge for +1 accuracy. Alright, so I don't have to worry about the hired gun scoring that crate now. It's really just delaying that crate from getting scored, but it's still fine. Taking figures off the board is always good. With Greedo, I can try to come kill this other one. I don't think they have any stuns or anything. That is something Greedo has to watch out for because if he gets stunned with slow on the draw, he misses his attack. Thanks for the info about the delay, by the way. I just started streaming these things like a week or two ago, so I'm really not sure what all the tools are available to me are. So I still have the opportunity to move up and attack a hired gun with Greedo. And then if Greedo gets picked off, I could kill 3PO. That would be a really good exchange. He's gonna activate his weak way pirates. Looks like he's not gonna move them up to support Vinto. Instead, he might be just keeping them where they're at. It's not clear yet. He can hide and move. So I think stun might prevent you from declaring the attack. So since Greedo has to declare the attack before he triggers slow on the draw, stun might not prevent the attack. It's one of those tricky rules. So yeah, one space to the left would be a little safer, but I do have take initiative, and I'll probably activate IG first. I think this space is a little bit better as far as moving up and getting attacks off, which is what I'm more concerned about rather than keeping him safe. As far as line of sight is concerned, both of these spots are okay. I mean, he can get a shot with IG-88 if he wants to. I might even block his line of sight with my Greedo. One. You know, I could play super aggressively with my Greedo if I wanted to. So he still has his Greedo, and he still has his IG-88. So if I move my Greedo up, yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. I should probably just play safe, to be honest. I could run objectives with Greedo for now. My last game that I played, I got really punished for playing too aggressively, and you know, his list is definitely more defensive. He needs time to hide his weak ways and stuff. But you know, my list is a sniper list. I don't exactly want to run everyone in right away, so maybe I'll play a little safer. All right, so I'm gonna activate Greedo then, uh, and he's just going to play conservatively. One, two, three. I'll pick this crate up. 4, 5. Again, I think it's control 8. Yep, for crate. That'll be my Greedo. You can also end your turn with F9. So, alright, let's talk about this list a little bit more, I guess. Uh, so, a lot of people are running IG-88 weak ways. But Sentries actually, I think, are at least comparable as far as their value. Um, they don't need a round to get hidden, which is nice. And but they can't force your opponent to reroll. We don't see a lot of white die lists right now. I mean, Rebels are running white die lists, but in Imperials and in mercenaries. It's mostly black, and especially they're especially good against stuff that has inherent block like IG-88 or Vader. Um, I think the droid cards are pretty good right now. You got shared experience. Targeting network's okay. Targeting network's actually really good with IG-88 because he needs the rerolls. So I don't know. I haven't tried this list before. Alright, so yeah, me playing conservatively allowed his Greedo to score that crate. Um, I think that's fine though. I'm just gonna focus my Sentry with shared experience and keep them tucked here in this safe little nook. So that's one movement point, and then he's got one more action left. He'll do another move. He'll just end here. Actually, I could have moved up and picked up a crate with him, but I don't imagine myself ever retreating with him. The other one, I want to keep them both pretty safe. So I'll just move them. If he has Blaze of Glory, he's gonna probably play aggressively against my IG-88. We'll see though. So since he's not fully committing him, I assume he does not have Blaze of Glory, which is good. Gonna add tools. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's probably gonna roll 3 greens and a red. You can also roll 2 greens, a blue, and a red. 2 reds. I think they're both fine. Yep, 3 greens and a red. Against 2 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Massive damage. Alright, so I need to take initiative now because I don't want my IG-88 to get picked off. Okay. Alright, so we're going to draw some cards. I do get some really good ones with Blaze of Glory and Opportunistic. This is going to let me retreat my IG-88 with Opportunistic and then reactivate him. So a very strong draw there for me. the doors open in reverse order of initiative. So he's opening first. So his Vento is gonna come kill my Jawa, unfortunately. That's fine. I'm probably going to tap the Jawa with take initiative anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Alright. Let's see if he has negation. Alright, good. I'm gonna tap the Jawa because I don't think there's any way I can activate the Jawa before he kills me with Vento. So he's kind of just sacrificed. I'm gonna have to find a way to get onto my terminal later. I could also activate the 3PO, but if he kills the Jawa before, I don't know. It's a tough call. I think I want 3PO. So I'll probably move up, attack his IG-88. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could even use opportunistic to get all the way back here. I could do 1, 2, opportunistic 1, 2, 3. That's not really that helpful. Where do I need to be to get line of sight? So I actually have to move up 2 to get line of sight to his IG-88. I could move up to here and attack his Greedo. You know, I might do that. I could move. So Greedo isn't the most reliable range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's see. I could try to go pick off his Vento. 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I can kill him though. I could use Element of Surprise. He has 8 health. That might. It's possible, but I would have to max roll. Let's see. 6, 7, 8. Yep. You know, it might not be the worst choice though. I think I can put my IG-88 in a pretty safe spot up there. Well, I definitely have to activate him first. I think relying on 8 damage is pretty risky. Um, Yeah, I think I'll just play safe. I'm gonna go 1-2 and attack his IG-88. That's the safest play. One, two, three. So I do Relentless. He's gonna get rid of Devotion. So that's good news. And then I'll roll the dice. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Against 3 blocks is 4 damage. And then I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm gonna play opportunistic. So he could negate that if he wanted to, but he's not going to. So now I have, if I do a move, I have 8 movement points, which is really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm just going to play real conservatively with him. So I think from here, his IG-88 cannot get line of sight of me. My Gideon can push him if I want to. I'm probably going to go try to kill his Greedo next. So Greedo versus Greedo is kind of an interesting thing. Both players will activate their slow on the draw one time, which means the player that declares the attack gets the first shot at it. And then the player that is on the receiving end gets to take a shot. And then the first player gets to take a second shot. And during all of that, if either player dies, they get to parting shot. So you could potentially have 4 attacks just from that one attack declared. And then I guess if the other player dies, you take another parting shot. So you could potentially have 5 attacks there. My Greedo does have a crate. Maybe I'll just score the crate with him instead. I do need someone to sit on the terminal, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 would be a fine play, I think. My sentries are in good range to kill his Gideon and his Greedo, maybe. Probably just gonna move up 2, take a nice long shot, and then move back 2. So I have a lot of options here. He's gonna go ahead and activate Gideon now, which is smart. He doesn't want me to kill his Gideon before he activates. That would be really bad. So his Gideon does have line of sight up to here. he's going to push Greedo back. So I gotta make a choice now. I really would like to kill his Greedo. He's just gonna probably activate his hired gun next. I actually am doing okay on objectives. I could try to kill his 3PO. 3, 4, 3. So I could actually kill his 3PO with my Greedo. But 3PO can't get in range of this weak way pirate. He's really the only guy that needs to get focused. So, 1, 2, 3. I don't want to leave a sentry right here. I think I'll just play conservatively for now. I'm gonna go with Hera. 1, 2, pick up the crate. 3, 4. He's gonna pick up a crate with his hard gun, but I'm really not that concerned about it. If he wants to play super conservatively, he could pick up a crate with IG-88 and move 5 back. That would be very conservative. So now I wish I would have not tapped my Elite Jawa, because by this time I could have retreated with him. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did make a mistake there, tapping him instead of 3PO. Alright, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activations left. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could pass if I wanted to. I think I will. You know, I think the safe play is probably to take out his Gideon. He's got a lot of options. He's just going to kill my Jawa for sure, but I can reactivate IG and take out his Vinto. Still has 5 command cards, which is pretty scary to me. He might be holding on to Blaze of Glory. He could also have Assassinate, Heightened Reflexes. All those Hunter cards are still available. I know at least one of his cards is Positioning Advantage. So he focuses his hired gun with 3PO. Not exactly the optimal focus target, but it's okay. Alright, so I think I'm going to take a ranged shot here at Gideon with Greedo. That lets my sentries still have some room to breathe. Alright, so let's just draw a line of sight here. Easily have it. This would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 range, which is doable. Especially because Hera can do call the shots. She doesn't need line of sight to do call the shots, so I feel pretty safe about this one. I'm gonna roll 3 die. I could do Element of Surprise, but I don't want to waste it, so... Oh, wait. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5. So he has +1 accuracy. I think I might miss, actually. I'm gonna have to search for accuracy. Uh, 5. So Hera adds a surge for 3 accuracy, which gives me range, which kills him. He's gonna do... So this should have gone first, but he's doing slow on the draw. So he doesn't have range. Alright, so now at least 3PO has a focus target, so 3PO's activation is good. I guess technically I could focus Hera, but Greedo is definitely a better option. My Gideon's probably going to push IG-88 this way after his Vinto activates. Or maybe I'll push up a sentry, but I don't want to put them in too risky of a spot. Technically, I could come shoot at his Greedo, but that puts both of my guys vulnerable to IG-88. So I'm definitely going to want to play Blaze of Glory this round because that will give me the last activation to use my sentries. So he's going to go ahead and use his Greedo. Not sure if he's going to go for crates with Greedo or be aggressive. Like I said, it's fine to be aggressive with Greedo because it's you don't want to kill him because then he still gets that parting shot off. So he's gonna move up pretty aggressively. Again, his Vinto is gonna come kill my Jawa, but my IG-88 is gonna end the round next to the terminal and get 2 shots off this way. So I'm fine with that trade. I'm gonna go with 3PO and just focus Greedo here. So his forces are starting to spread out a little bit. I've picked off some of his support, but he still has 4 focuses to dish out, plus IG-88 still has to go. He doesn't want to play too aggressively with IG-88 because obviously my sentries are going to deal some massive damage. I still have Gideon. I'll probably just focus Hera. That's the best I can do. I honestly I could have pushed my Jawa back. I didn't think about that. If he doesn't activate his Vinto here, maybe I'll do that instead. So from here he can't get line of sight to here. So yeah, if he doesn't activate Vinto, that's what I'm gonna do. If he does activate Vinto, I'm gonna push IG-88 up and Blaze of Glory. So either way, it's fine. So he's not activating it. So I can save the Jawa actually. A lot of pressure here coming to the north. I am going to be able to get 2 attacks off on that guy. It's possible he's holding on the lamb. I didn't mention that before. If he is doing that, that's trouble for me. He's going to try to avoid my main force, which means I can focus on trying to kill his main force. Well, I would say his main force is here now, so I'm going to try to avoid that and try to take down IG if I can. My Gideon's going to go. And I'll focus Hera. So my Gideon's actually in a pretty vulnerable spot now, so maybe instead of focusing Hera, I should move him. This door is going to open. So really, if I wanted to keep him safe, I would have to move him back here. I think I will do that. 1, 2, 3. So pretty conservative play from me. I don't want my Gideon to be exposed. You could see he left his Gideon exposed and chose to focus instead. I think that's a tough call. Like you never really want to move with Gideon. You always want to be like pushing and focusing, but sometimes it's better to forego the focus to get better positioning, I think. His list doesn't have any AoE stuff. He doesn't have Grenadier or Blast or anything, so I'm fine keeping my guys all clustered real tight. So let's see what I actually can do with the sentries now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no way I can get line of sight of these guys. If he moves Vinto up to here, this sentry actually can come. Okay, so his Vinto's actually not coming up here, which means my IG-88 is not uh, gonna get as useful of a activation maybe as I wanted. Uh, so he actually does get one surge through, which is fine. It's probably gonna be, so that's 2 damage and a surge. He has to use it for accuracy. He has a lot of interesting surges, so he's gonna hide and get accuracy. Two damage to my Hera. I'm not too concerned about that. I'm gonna go ahead and play Blaze of Glory now because I want the last activation to be with my sentries. So this one's gonna be for Pierce. Oh, actually he misses. So no longer hidden. Okay, so this is actually a tough call because I don't have any movement abilities. So my sentries can't really get a lot done right now. I can go attack his 3PO, but then he gets 2 IG-88 attacks off. And also he could be holding Blaze of Glory, so actually this is pretty scary for me. I might just wanna play real conservatively. I don't think I want to lose either of my sentries, though. This is a very, very difficult call right here. This has been a really well played game, I'd say, from Vic. He's really given me some really tough choices, which is exactly what you want to do. And you can tell because it's taking both of us kind of a long time to choose what we want to do. Um, so I think I am going to play Blaze of Glory. And activate IG. So there's a risk with this. He could have um, on the lamb. So he's revealed 2 cards. He's holding 5 cards, which means there's 7, 8 more cards in here that I don't know about. So there's a 5 in 13 chance that he's holding on the lamb. or Blaze of Glory. So we'll see. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 6 range means I need blue, at least one blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I could roll 2 blues and a green, or I could roll a blue and 2 greens. I'm gonna go ahead and roll a blue and 2 greens. Let's see. So I'm probably only gonna get one shot. So I should probably move up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Being within 3 would be really good, but maybe that's not super realistic. I think I'll just take the 2 smaller shots. This way, if he does have on the lamb, he also has to worry about me having assassinate. So I think I'll roll blue, green, green, and just do it from here. So I actually miss. That's really bad. Really bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, no, that's not a miss. 6 range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no, that's fine. So it's gonna be 3 damage. Oh crap. Alright, so this is a tough choice now. I really wanted to get his on the lamb out. I think I'm just gonna play safe. And put him back here. So I should have moved up more and attacked since I was only getting 1 attack off. I forgot that he was hidden. But at least this lets me get the last activation of the round with the Sentries, which prevents him from bringing his IG-88 up, which is what my goal was. So yeah, I should have rolled blue, blue, green there anyway. That was actually 8 range. But I wouldn't have killed him. I don't think. Unfortunately, though, he's going to be able to draw 3 cards. I have some really tough decisions ahead. 6 range. So another thing about Gideon, he could have stayed up here, right? But if Hera died, that focus would be wasted anyway. So this is going to be 4 damage, not enough to kill her, luckily. But he does have positioning advantage, so she's dead. Yep. So she is gone. The crate does drop, though. So he put his IG-88 way up there. Might. Oh, okay. Shoots the messenger, which gets rid of positioning advantage. Also gets rid of all the Vanguard, unfortunately. That would have been nice. And new orders. Very good. Shoot the messenger there. Alright, it's time to set up some double taps, I think. So I feel pretty safe here. And I do block a card. So that's what I'm going to do. And call the Vanguard would have been amazing. I do have Assassinate and Officer's Training. He's going to have Initiative. He's probably going to kill my IG-88 with his. Okay, he has planning. So I could play super aggressive with my sentries and try to kill maybe 3 things. So let's see, there's 6 cards left in here, which means the odds of him The odds of him having on the lamb are getting higher. I'm gonna try to kill his IG-88 with my sentries probably. He's actually gonna take a shot with his hired gun. So, alright, this is what I can do with my sentries. 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, 4. From here, I have 3 range shots to both Binto and this weak white pirate. Really, I would like to double tap so I can get a shot on IG, but it doesn't look like I can do that. With my other sentry, I can take a charged shot at IG-88. Again, I'm risking both of my sentries by leaving them out there so far. But at this point, I think I have to be aggressive. If I can kill Vinto and a pirate, I think it's worth it. I'm not sure if I can do 11 damage with one sentry attack. That's pretty risky. I can use Element of Surprise. Or I could just play conservatively and kill 3PO and this. So that's 1, 2. 2 damage. 3 damage. So our guns are not that good, to be honest. As far as attackers. Alright, so the risk here of double tapping from... Okay, he's gonna opportunistic. If so, this might hurt me, or it might help me. If he moves IG-88 towards my sentries. Okay, actually that's interesting. One, two, three, 4. From here, I could get, let me see. So actually, I don't think I can get line of sight. 1, 2, 3, 4. That actually does protect him some. Alright, what can I do? These guys are pretty worthless, actually. They don't have very good line of sights from there. So actually, I don't have to move up my sentries yet. He could come kill me with IG-88s. My sentries have 8 health, so a 5 damage shot is not out of the question. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 5. Vinto could come do some damage. I want to save my sentries for later in the round, but I feel like I need to activate them now before one dies. They're in a very aggressive spot. I think I need to try to kill Vento. So this is what I'm gonna do. Hmm. So they roll green, green, yellow, and they have a surge for +2 accuracy. I could just charged shot up here. Try to kill a sentry. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 range. A weak way, sorry. Hmm. Thing is, if I bring them up now, they're going to be in very risky spots. I can get Rita to here. Alright. I think I'll just kill his support. I think that's fine. Try to kill a weak way, maybe. Rethio's kind of useful. So if I move my 3PO down, he actually protects from Vinto. I think I'm actually going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. Ish, yeah. I'll end early. Alright, I gotta leave in a little bit. So yeah, I'm just gonna play the safe play and activate 3PO. So he can come get a shot off with this pirate, but I mean, does he really want to waste a focused hidden shot against 3PO? I'll be totally happy if he does that. Alright, he's activated his 3PO, so we're both stalling now. I have a little bit more time to stall. If I can use my Jawa. I want to kill his 3PO before he gets a chance to put anybody next to him. So I'm going to try to get the kill with my Jawa. Uh, that should be enough to do it if he doesn't roll a dodge. I lose a VP actually from that bargain. I'm going to put him next to 3PO to get an extra evade. Alright, I'm going to have to leave here in a minute. This has been a very, very conservative game. Yep. So actually I just realized that I left my sentries completely exposed here. This guy's going to die. So that was a pretty big mistake. Wasn't paying attention. Anyway, I have to go for now. This game will get picked up later. Anyway, thanks for watching.